Good evening. I'm really grateful to all of you who have made it to join us on time, and I'm really grateful. In the next few minutes, we shall start our meeting. Let's give others an opportunity of joining us, and then we shall start in a few. So patient, so that we can give them an opportunity of joining us in the next 5 minutes. So I request you, if you have joined, don't leave the meeting, and we will start in a few. Brian, you are highly welcome to our meeting, and feel free. Joe Wasonga, also you are highly welcome, and feel free. And in a few minutes to come, I will give you an opportunity of doing your presentation. Elfas also, feel free, you are welcome to the meeting, and thank you so much for your time. Let's give them time, please. Okay, thank you so much for those of you who have joined. Welcome to Essa Mentorship Group. This is a group of counselors where we offer 4 services. We normally offer mentorship program. We normally go to high schools, universities, colleges, and we speak to them on various issues that affects them. We have got a rollout, or we have got a program of topics that we normally discuss, and we normally meet every Wednesday to have a talk such as this. We also offer services like motivational talks. We go to high school to motivate them. We go to universities and any other institution where possible to motivate those people to become better versions of themselves. The next thing that we do as a group is that we offer group and personal therapies. These are being offered by only qualified counselors. It is not being offered by all members of Essa. And then lastly, we offer life skill lessons where we normally meet and we talk to other people. I hope you are getting me. If you can get me, send me a thumbs up so that I can know if we are on the same page. Are you able to get me? Okay, thank you. So as a mentorship group, we offer those 4 services, and this is a group of professionals. Anybody is allowed to join us, whether you are a teacher, a policeman, a lawyer, a doctor. You are allowed to join as a mentorship group to be part of us so that we can work together towards making the community better and educating the members of the community in order for them to become better versions of themselves. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome Wasonga, who is our speaker today. Wasonga is a professional, and I will give him an opportunity of introducing himself. After he has introduced himself, he will continue the session, and then after that, we shall give you an opportunity of asking questions. So, Mr. Wasonga, feel free to start with us, speak to us, and we are very ready to learn. Thank you. Wasonga, you can take over.
Okay, thank you, Ezekiel. I'm not really a professional. I'm aspiring to be one. My background is a little bit noisy. If you can really hear me, kindly just tap the emoji. I don't know whether you guys can hear me. My background is a little bit noisy. Okay, okay, I'm clear. It's good. Okay, the numbers are really low today. I don't know why. I think it's because of the exams that we have this week. And for those who have joined, I want to thank you guys for joining, for tuning in on this Wednesday online talk. So first of all, I'd like to thank everyone who came in. I'm seeing some new names. I don't know whether I'm the one who attending the meetings, but I'm seeing some new names. Israel, I'm trying. I'm not popular around here. So welcome all of you attending, taking the time to attend. I think I'll go really quick because yeah, the early the better. Most of us are really revising for upcoming exams. Some people are waiting for the football match that we have today, around 2022. So today, actually, it was my turn as the presenter for Wednesday online talks. Our theme was the topic was about the social media puzzle. That is what I was supposed to present today. So as I start, I would like to tell you guys that not because I'm only the speaker, now I just have to answer every question and I have to answer every question or make corrections here and there. So that's why the chatting box is there. If you feel like you have a question, you have an addition, you have a correction, because I'm not that perfect, you can add something on top of it. But umeona nimeenda kimakosa, unaweza correct in the chat box. If you have any answer, and I'm not supposed to answer all the questions. If you feel you can answer a question submitted by one of the members, kindly add. Alafu Elfas, kindly just add a number in the chat box where any visitor who would like to join Essa Mentorship could DM. Just the number should be included in the chat box for the new members who would like to join Essa Mentorship group. And I'm Joe Wasonga. I'm a student from Kenya Methodist University. I'm a fourth year student pursuing Bachelor of Science in General Agriculture. Mostly it's called Pure Agriculture. Some people call it that way. Yeah, and I'm also a member from Essa Mentorship Group. I think the introduction part is well done. So I'll move on quickly to the topic, the social media puzzle. So I think the first three words are really common to you guys. The first three words are really common. So let us start with the puzzle, although we'll also talk about them. When you talk about puzzle is actually a game common in the last pages of the newspapers. You know that game. So when you say the word puzzle, what do we mean by the word puzzle? Word puzzle is a situation, a difficult choice has to make. It's like a game. It's a game, no? It's testing your knowledge. A situation in which a difficult choice has to be made. This is the word puzzle, where we have two choices, maybe two or three, but especially in our case, we have two choices, whereby we have to make difficult choices and come up with one appropriate choice. So I think that's what I can say about the word puzzle. If you have anything you want to say, just include it on the chat box. What about social media? Social media is simply a digital technology that allows you to create, share ideas, information, although it's virtually. It allows people to interact, create, share and exchange ideas and information virtually. When I talk about social media, talk about social tools, Facebook, Google, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you know them all, Pinterest and whatever. So the reason why I decided to put it that way, the social media puzzle is like social media. It's both advantages and disadvantages, and that's what I want us to look on today. The positive part of it and the negative part of it, and we try to gauge it. Which side should we fall in? That's what I'm talking about today. So let's crack it on. When you talk about social media tools or platforms, we're talking about Facebook, Google, and etc., Pinterest, Instagram, and whatever. So, actually, personally, I think these tools have really been helpful and insightful to us. And as they keep on advancing and bringing in new features, they've really been helpful to us. Are wonderful things in the world. I mean, they've helped reunite lost families. They've helped finding blood and organ donors. they've helped us finding partners, they've helped us, they save a lot of lives, you see. They help us, people to donate funds for charity, for whatever. They've done a lot of things to us that we really need to appreciate. But with time, as the time goes on, we have grown innocent and naive about the flip side of that coin, the other side of social media, to an extent that you cannot even see the reality. Social media has its own other side, leave alone the positive. You know, as much as I could like to talk about the positive sides of social media, the negative sides are even really shocking to me. And that's what I want us to talk about today. So, you know, these days when I look around, I feel like the world is really going crazy and no one is seeing this. It's because we are all under some kind of spell. We look like zombies. And we actually look like puppets, you know? Like some kind of lab rats we are being experimented on, but not even beneficial. So, I always wish that many people could understand how this works, but not many people are willing to, you know? So every day we wake up, every day you wake up in the morning, it's a new day to fight a battle between you and a team of engineers behind your phone screen. These guys, they know everything about you, and yet you know nothing, maybe a little portion about them. Is really that fair? Is that really fair to you as a user, as a social media user? A team of, maybe let's say a team of social media designers, maybe 10 or 20, they just sit down somewhere in California, they sit down somewhere in China, and they make decisions that will impact almost 2 billion people. I mean, they make decisions on your behalf without your own permission. So guys, listen carefully from this point. I did my own personal research and I identified some of the strategies or some of the mechanisms used by these social tools, these social platforms, to confuse and, you know, manipulate you and me. You see that? So, actually, those are quotes. I don't know. It's not a quote. It's some word said by this guy. This Edward Taft. He said that there are only two industries whereby their customers, they call their customers users. And these two industries were illegal drugs industries. These are cocaine, hard drugs, you know them. And the social media. These are the two industries that they call their users, they call their customers users. You know why? The moment someone calls you a user, that means you can use something to an extent. You can overuse it. You can abuse it. You see that? You can overdo it to an extent that you now become an user. And when you abuse something, now you're getting addicted to it, and you can use it in the wrong or bad way. You see that? So only two companies. It's either drugs or whatever, or software industries. So I would like us to ask ourselves some questions about the profitability of these social companies like YouTube and Google. We've already started. We are moving on. That's the first part. Okay. You know, sometimes I sit down and ask myself, these social media companies, they are the one of the most richest businesses in the world. And you know the owners, people like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, you know them. I don't know some of the owners, Instagram, the one Instagram and Meta and whatever, they're owned by Zuckerberg. These guys make a lot of money, and they actually, there are actually a lot of investors in these businesses. It's one of the most successful businesses in the world. Social media companies, YouTube, Google, all of them. So my question is, what are these guys being paid for? What are they doing? And the other thing I realized that you're using this platform for free. Ama kuna mtashali pia Google. Is anyone paying for Google? Maybe you subscribed for Google Premium or whatever. You're using them for free. So my question is, how are they being paid? These guys are working. They are making a lot of money. Maybe some handful of workers in a bunch of computers, But these guys are they're harvesting a lot of money and profits, So, there's a quote I also met. This quote was saying, if you're not paying for a product, then you are the product. You and me are the product. If you don't pay for a product, then you and me are the product. You are the product. Most of us don't care about this. We just use them because they're there in our phones. We don't care how Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest person in the world through Facebook and Instagram. We are using them for free and they don't care about it. Bora iko kwa simu yangu mimi nitaitumia. Bora iko hapo, we will use it. Someone in this group on this meeting might be asking himself or herself, how am I a product? How are you a product? How are you selling yourself to these social tools, whatever we call them these days? My friend, you sell your time, you sell your attention, you sell your creativity, you sell your focus, you sell all this to the highest bidder. Are you getting me? You are selling your time, you're selling your precious time, you're selling your attention, you sell your creativity, you sell your focus, you sell everything to these guys, and they're still manipulating you and they're using you for their own benefit. And actually there's no payment. They use you for free. Wanakutumia for free. You look like a lab rat. You look like a puppet to them. So this is how it works. The main purpose of those social or software applications you see in your phone, maybe Google, WPS, area notes, whatever, Instagram, Google, YouTube, all of these apps, their main agenda or their main primary goal is to advertise. Hiyo ingine inakuja after. It's a secondary. The primary goal is to advertise. You cannot create an app and then you cannot create a business and then you tell me that it's for free. No, it doesn't happen that way. The secondary goal is to advertise. So maybe let's say I'm Google. Let's say I'm a Google. I'm the owner of the Google, or I'm an agent from Google. I'll approach maybe let's say Jumuia. I'll approach Alibaba, and maybe I'll approach Amazon, and I'll tell those guys, give me $1 million or give me $2 billion, and I'll change 1% or 2% of Kenya or 2% of the world in the direction or in the way that you guys want. You see that? So these guys are paid by advertising companies to manipulate you, to change how you think, to change your perception, to change your behavior, to destroy your self-worth, to destroy your time, to destroy everything about you. One of these strategies used by these social tools or these social companies that I really researched and I think I got something here. It's called surveillance capitalism. It's called surveillance capitalism. The word surveillance, when you look surveillance, you know what surveillance is. It's simply close observation of someone. You track someone, you track and see everything one individual is doing. And the capitalism is simply an economic system where trade and business are privatized. So surveillance capitalism, that is the first strategy these guys are using. Social media companies, they make profit through tracking you everywhere you go, everything you do, everything you Google, everything you browse, everything you watch, every video you like, every video you share, every video you comment on. They are tracking you. You see, it's called surveillance capitalism. They see everything that you do. Ukienda nini, you have those location, you have the location whatever in your phone, hapo juu. They know everything about you. They know what you do at night, late at night. They know your preferences, they know your interest. You see that? They know what you want to see. They know what you like. They know your personality, whether you're an introverted or you're extroverted. They know your sense of humor, the type of videos you like. And this happens, it's a thing that happens, what you look at mostly, and how much do you stop to look at this video. That's when they know, kumbe Elfas anapenda videos za Pastor Nganga. The time you take to watch this video, actually you stop and watch this video. You see, it is simply a virtual marketplace where the seller already knows what the customer needs, what the customer wants. Ashajua, anajua huyu anataka hii na hii na hii. So imagine someone holding all that amount of personal data, your private data yenye ni yako. This is your personal life, mtu akunayo, all this data. Someone is holding all that amount of data about you. Na wewe haujampatia permission. they don't ask permission from you. They hold that amount of data, your personal data. So the question is, after tracking you down and knowing everything about you, what are they using this data for? What are they using this data? What are they using this data for? They've already tracked you down. They know everything about you. They create a model. Some people will call it layman's. Let me use a layman's language. They'll create maybe an AI, or maybe let's say a logarithm or whatever. But to me, I'll use the word model. They'll create a model. This model is customized. It's only your model. Kila mtu akona model yake. They'll create a model that has an accurate information about you, that will accurately predict what is your next move. It will select videos that can keep you watching. What kind of humor that can trigger you. You see that? They'll create something called persuasive technology. This is why you now modify your behavior. You keep on sweeping on TikTok. You just pull down the screen on TikTok, it refreshes, and a new video comes in. That's called persuasive technology. You don't know what is coming next, and you don't know what you are going to get. This model is created personally. It's customized. It's modified. Let me use the term modified. It's for every individual. Niyako, and it actually knows everything about you. That's what they do. So let's move on. I think I've talked about the surveillance capitalism. That's the first strategy these guys are using. Well, they've already known everything about you, and now they've created a model that will choose everything. They will do everything to keep you busy, to keep you watching their videos, to keep you. I know the time you're sweeping these videos on TikTok. It's really long since I used TikTok. I don't know. I deleted it some 1 year ago. So this is how it works. After watching maybe 3 or 2 videos, and yes, actually I was reading some research article, and I learned, but that was based on the USA, that in a day we watch almost, it's even past 500 articles. Leave alone the ones with videos, the ones with audio. We listen and watch a lot of advertisements in a day, maybe 500, 1,000. There are really many, and that's the main goal of these applications. That's the main goal of these applications. So you see, another mechanism that I would really like us to talk about. These are another negative part of social media. Actually, before I started, I forgot to tell you guys that I'm a really big criticizer of social media. I'm a really big criticizer of social media. I don't like it because of the social impact, the social negative impact that really shocking to me. They're really large compared to the positive one. The positive. Another mechanism used is these social tools. It's tagging and notifications. Actually, that's what I did first when I wanted to move away from using my phone too much. That is what I did first. I blocked every notification in my phone. This is what they do. Actually, the Facebook really loves this so much. Even Instagram, they wanaipenda sana. It's 9 in the morning, you are just seated on your study table working on your assignment, and then boom, you suddenly hear a notification sound on your phone. Immediately you hear a notification sound, you'll quickly turn to see what is happening. It will trigger dopamine levels. It will trigger a reward path. You immediately get curious and you want to know what is the notification about. That is now what we call gratification. Wanakufunza ukuwe na short gratification. You don't sit down and think. You just decide things really fast. That dopamine level, they give you very, very short gratification levels. You don't sit down. No. So that's what I did. I first blocked my notification. So this is where I'm going to. Wamekutumia picha, wamekutumia notification on your phone, and then you see notification. Elvas Onyango, maybe let's say it's Instagram, or maybe it's Facebook, and they send you a notification. Elvas Onyango liked your video, or whatever, or Ezekiel liked your photo. Yeah, it's okay, you liked my photo. But why does the notification contain the photo with it. Ikuje tu hapo na hiyo photo hapo juu, tuone Elfas Onyango, oh, this is the photo. Oh, good. He liked my photo. Okay, it's okay. They bring you the notification without the photo. And the moment you tap in that notification, that's another strategy these guys are using. And the moment you tap in, you're lost, you're done. They'll pursue you, they'll persuade you by nice things. With the moment you get even login. Imagine 30 seconds you log in and you're in another world. Umache kitu ulikuwa unafanya hapa, you have wasted your time, and you realize after 2 hours you have been in TikTok the whole day, or the whole time you've been in TikTok, and you're just reading, you're working on your assignment or doing something, but only this one notification has sent you away in another world. You see that? So photo tagging, that's why the first step I did is I blocked my notification. That's the first thing I did, because I don't need distraction. Unajua the moment umenitumia hapo tu juu hivi, I'm gone, I'm done. Photo tagging is a very common strategy used by these companies. And also the second part, or the third part I would like to talk about is our social fabrication. Our society is, our relationship in the society, how the society works, our social fabrication. How is it impacted by social media? How is it impacted by these new social tools that came in? I think, maybe let's say social media came in light around the 90s, well, when we had the Yahoo coming in, the Gmail, all this stuff. YouTube, actually, I can't remember when YouTube came in. These were the real social media. Around 90s, 2000, early 2000, around there. That's when the real social media came in. Social media has really eroded our social fabrication, man. We cannot see it. A good example, let's use the bicycles and the wheelbarrow. The bicycles and the wheelbarrow are also new. They're also new modern tools. And when these things came in, nobody complained how they affected our social fabrication. Nobody complained how they affected our social relations in our families, in our countries. Or maybe someone can tell me in the chat box, kama wheelbarrow iliingia ikaribu vile ulikuwa na relate na your family or your relatives or your friends. No, nobody complained. But when social media came in, or when the social tools came in, all of a sudden everything changed. Everything changed. Actually, I was reading a research article on the USA that was around I don't know, I think the research was all about YouTube. When YouTube came in on it was around before YouTube came in around 2008. It was about teenage self-harm, suicides and whatever. It was really stable. The rate was really stable. But when YouTube and the social media stuffs came in, that was around 2011, let's say there. All of a sudden it shooted, the rate it shooted so high. There were a lot of suicides, drug use and whatever, and sexual harassment. It really shooted high. But when the bicycles and the wheelbarrow came in, nobody complained about them. So are they really social tools? Are they really social tools to you? Maybe, I don't know. Are they really social tools? Because the word tool, the last time we picked the word tools, a tool is simply a structure used to do some piece of work. You see that? We have to understand the term tool. Tools will genuinely, the tools that I know will genuinely sit, you see that? And patiently sit down and wait to be used. But not like the social media tools that will demand and seek our attention only to manipulate us. When ni tool gani ushaona tool inakutumia notification kila saa, come and use me. They just want to persuade you. Come and use me. Come and use me. Come and use me. No, that's not true. A tool will sit down like a panga or a jembe and patiently wait for you to come and use them. So these are not social tools as the way people want us to term or to use them. They are not social tools. They're not really social tools. I don't think so. And these social tools came in. They totally ruined our society. They changed our perception. They changed our self-worth. They destroyed how we behave. They ruined our creativity and motivation to create and do things. Actually, about the perception, how we think, our self-worth. Kuna mtu tu anajiona, like, I don't know, after watching these advertisements, the models and the advertisements, someone thinks that when you are fat, you are now ugly. All of a sudden you are ugly, you're not worthy. You see that? Because you've watched too much of these advertisements. Just last weekend, my sister was texting me on the WhatsApp and was like, I want to buy you some t-shirts for the Christmas holiday. And I told them, how much size do you put on? And I told them, I put on large or extra large. And I was like, why? Why are you putting on such outdated fashion? Why are you putting on such outdated? I told them, no. Hiyo ndio inanipendeza. That's, I believe in myself. Nataka vitu kubwa. Yeah. If it's not okay with you, that's your problem. So our perception, social media, so these social tools has changed our perception, our creativity. Look at the AI, ChatGPT. We can't even reason. We can't think. Our motivation is totally ruined. It's gone. Someone can't think without ChatGPT. Yeah, ni hiyo tu. Haizi clear. Our perception, how I think about the self, how I think about the society. The society will judge me. Okay, it's okay. Let them judge you. But you are who you are. So that's also another thing I also wanted to talk about. And then moving on, where we had the modification, and I'm almost done. I actually 1 hour is too much for me. I really talk fast, and 1 hour is actually too much for me. So moving on, another strategy used by these software tools are customization of your personal. After sharp create model yako and I modify, it's only yours, of your personal preferences, interests, and doing whatever. After spying and tracking you and recording down your data, what they do next is to customize your own personal interests. And actually, I did a small experiment. I did some small tests with the Wikipedia and Google. Joe, Wikipedia is the only platform. Maybe there are kuna zengine, but I don't know. But Wikipedia is the only platform whereby when you search for something, maybe Elfas anaweza itafuta, and I can also search for that same thing. Maybe let's say climate change, and the results will be the same. That's Wikipedia for me. That's the only platform where we have the same answers or the same results for different individuals. But when you look at the apps, maybe Google, Chrome, Opera Mini, all those search engines, even two close friends, maybe let's say, for example, in our group we have Ezekiel and Essa. Those two close friends, these are two close friends. They share the same friends, they share the same personalities, they share the same humor, they share everything else. But still, when you go to their Google or their Facebook updates, they have totally different things based on what the computer calculates for them and the computer thinks is best for them. No. Even right now, you can test with your friend, maybe Alphas and your friend. You test and go to Google, and you just write something like, "What is climate change?" You see, Mali, just no, don't write that. You write something like the effects of change, but don't complete the sentence, and then wait and see. The autocomplete on Google, it will bring different results according to your sense of humor, according to the people around that place, what they think, what are their preferences, what their interests. So that is modification or customization of your own interests. And then, have you ever realized something with the Facebook or the YouTube, people who have been in TikTok, is that over time, with time, when you log in into whatever social platforms, you realize that kuna hii kitu. When you go in your stories, all the people that you follow, they're the same people with the same interests like you. Like, they choose people that will fit, that match you. The people with the sense of humor, even the content that you watch, it's the same thing. Like, the people, especially the people that you follow and the people that follow you. No, the people that follow you and they post on their content and their photos. They post the things that are matched with you, exactly like you. And then you always think that you're correct. Yet it is the social media doing that for you. To a point, then you're always right. Because the people, they have customized it to an extent that the people that they select even the same people, the same humor like you, and they put them there. So you always think you are right. It is the work of social media. So every time you log into Facebook, unapata watu wameweka content that really fits you, that really makes you happy. And you think that the people surrounding you are always right. They think like you, but that's not the meaning. So I think I'm almost going to the last part, my presentation, and I'm almost finishing the topic. So my conclusion is that it's not about the technology being a threat, but it's the technology ability. It's not about the technology being a threat, but it's the technology ability to bring in the worst in the society, and the worst that is brought in the society being the threat. You see that? What do I mean? I mean, if the technology can create massive chaos, outrage, polarization, instability, lack of trust to each other, loneliness, stigmatization, and marginalization. If many people can continue using social media or social media tools for cybercrime issues, hacking elections, especially in Africa, elections are being hacked, spreading rumors and conspiracies to a point it's unable to focus on the real issues. That's the threat to the society. That's the actual threat to the society. The ability of that technology, the ability of the technology causing the threat in the society, or the worst in the society. That is the actual threat that technology is actually posing to us. And guys, we need to liberate ourselves, man. Imagine some should take you back to maybe the 80s when we didn't have these things with us, the social media and everything. Imagine that life. We need to wake up and reclaim that sovereignty, that peace, that power we had before software technology came in. We need to wake up. Imagine someone is mtu anajua kila kitu kukujua, and he tries on the other side of a phone screen. They have placed an AI. They have placed something that is fighting you every day. It is trying to win your attention. It is trying to win your time. It's fighting with you. They are competing for your attention. They are competing for your time. Naona anakuwekea vitu ili akupoteze, and in turn you're benefiting them by watching their ads. You see that? You're benefiting them. Without doing this, manze, we will fail to meet our visions. We will fail to meet the challenge of climate change. Remember our visions 2030. We will degrade our world democracy. And finally, I think we won't survive. We will really lose it. We will lose it to the social media. We will lose it, and we will lose. We will lose the fight. We will lose the battle. And finally, as I finish, I want to urge us to see that we can change what social media means to us. The way technology works is not even a lot of physics. It's actually our choices as human beings. We have been making the wrong choices, you see? And we are the same people that can change these technologies, and we are the same people that make them. So I believe that we can change this technology. But first, we have to admit that these negative impacts of social media or software technology are emerging as a product of our work. Ni wewe unafanya unaleta hizi negative impacts. So wake up today, reclaim back whatever is yours. Don't let these guys to manipulate you. Don't let these guys to waste your time. Take your time. Actually, they're in their phones. They go to your settings, and actually they even lie. They will lie to you that you spend only 3 hours a day on your phone. That's a big lie. The latest research by the Kenya National Survey Bureau, KNBS, it's actually saying that we lose almost the whole day. It's even more than 12 hours that we lose on our phones. We build these things and we can always change them. And I believe that critiques like you and me are the people who can bring change. We are the people who can bring change, guys. And I think from that point, I'll stop from there. And I'd like to thank you guys for attending the online talk. And I think I'll hand over back to our presenter. Who was he? Elphas or Ezekiel? Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. Allow me to welcome anyone with a question or any additional information that you have that we can add on social media puzzle. The presentation has been powerful, and for me, I've learned a lot. That when you are in social media for a long time, these people can know much about you, and it is not healthy. Anyone with additional information or with any question too, you can raise your hand or you can type it, and I will give a presenter opportunity of answering them. I will give a presenter an opportunity of answering them. Any question, please? Or any additional information? Essa Mentorship Group, help us have an opportunity to address the congregation, please.
Okay, thank you. I'm not a state of using my account by myself. That's why I'm using the group's account. But I'm Elfa Sonyanga, and I'd like to add on what our speakers talked about. I don't have a question for now, considering today's topic was about the social media puzzle. And I believe we were supposed to be understanding how social media works, how everything happens, so that most people don't understand what happens behind their phones. And actually, I believe the speaker of today's has been able to elaborate and make us understand deeper how it works. And if I'm to consider on his topic, then we realize that we are wasting a lot without knowing. And my computer programming teacher told me that social media was made for the good and to give people some ease in their works, in running, because actually, when even it comes to running an organization, when IT comes in, it becomes easier. But I believe it is just mentality of people who take it on the wrong way and misuse it for what it wasn't meant for. Of course, yes, it's consuming our time, it's wasting us, it's ruining our ability to think critically and make wise decisions, think logically. It is affecting us on that one. But on the other hand, of which I believe it will be a topic of another day if we get time, social media also has its benefits. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bwana Elfas, for that additional information. Anyone with additional information before we close? Anyone with additional information before we close? I've learned a lot from the two presenters. That's Elfas and Joe about the social media puzzle. And most of us, we normally waste our time spending much time on social media, not knowing how much it can cost us or how much our privacy is being invaded. And you find out that most of us, we normally post even our private life in social media. And someone told me social media never forgets. And anything that you post on social media can be used against you in one way or another. And how you utilize your social media can also be displayed to you once you go to apply for a job sometimes in life. There's a friend of mine who told me that he had a case somewhere, and then those people posted, or they displayed what he was posting in social media, and they asked him what happened, or what were you doing by this one. She told me that she's a lady, and then I was like, this social media can be used again, and if you don't post something that does not comply with what you normally say, it can be used against you. So be careful on what you post on social media, and be careful on what you consume, because it can be used against you in one way or another. So if you lack any question, allow me to end there, and I request you to participate in our 20 bob challenge. The 20 bob challenge, we normally use it to facilitate our physical activities. As Essa Mentorship Group, we don't have only online talks. We also have physical activities where we normally visit children's homes, we visit the streets, we visit the schools, and we normally go there to speak to them. And when you go to the street or when you go to the children's home, you can't go empty-handed. So when we put a small amount in our account every day, we normally use it to facilitate those activities. I've posted our treasurer's number. So if you have something, you can just send it to him, and then he will update it in our social media platform. We normally have got a clear record, and we keep it, and we make sure that the money or the funds that we have, we utilize it in appropriate activities that can be beneficial to the community. The next thing, if you are willing to be a member, feel free to text the number that has been posted in our text or in our chat, and so that you can join Essa Mentorship Group. As I said earlier, Essa Mentorship Group will offer 4 services, that is mentorship program in high schools, universities, and colleges. We also offer uh, motivational talks. We offer also life skill lessons. We normally hold meetings in order to educate people on how to deal with the daily challenges they are passing through. And lastly, we offer personal and group therapies that is being offered by only counselors, the qualified counselors we have in the group. Not everyone is allowed to counsel you, or not everyone is allowed to talk to you, but those who are allowed to do that are qualified counselors. So make sure that when you are make sure that if you have any information, feel free to contact us, the admins of Essa Mentorship Group, so that we can give you a direction on how we can deal with the issue you are passing through. So have a nice time, and I thank you all for having time to talk to us. And by this time, I can give the new members that we have. Oh, I can see somebody has put a question here. Sorry, Nicole. You have a question? Please unmute and ask the question, please. Nicole, unmute and ask the question, please. Nicole, sister, unmute and speak. Yes, help us.
I think I've seen the question. The question is asking on any remedy to the addicts, please. She's asking on those who are addicted to social media, and they find it difficult to get away with it. Maybe the speaker can answer.
Okay, guys, thank you. Okay, this is what I did. Maybe let me tell you my personal remedy that I used. Actually, I was also a victim some time ago, and I used to. This is how it was a gradual process for me. But first of all, what I did, I blocked all my notifications. I only left for the SMS notification and maybe the WhatsApp, because WhatsApp may contain a little bit important information, maybe classes and meetings. So I only left for the WhatsApp and the SMS and many other, but related to the phone. But the social media apps, I blocked every notification on my phone. And then this is what I did, because I told you it was a gradual thing. I started by deleting every week. Okay, every Monday, maybe say, let's say from Monday, I'll uninstall every social media app on my phone. Instagram, you know them, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, and I think I only had 4. And then I'll again reinstall them on Friday for the weekend. So weekend they're installed, and then weekdays they are uninstalled, because I need to read, I need to do my things, my personal things. So that's how it started. Until I think it reached a point whereby I get used to it, and I decided now to delete all of them. And I only have WhatsApp and maybe YouTube and LinkedIn, because I think they are kind of important to me. So that's what I did. But the other TikTok, Instagram, and I'm not a fan right now. That's how I overcome that the addiction, by gradually reinstalling and deleting them to a point that, but then if you are serious and determined, not even force it, it will happen automatically. You lose the interest, you lose that attachment to it and that addiction. Slowly tu pole pole, utashtuka tu imeisha hivyo. That's how I did it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful answer you have given, and I'm really happy about it. Now, allow me to give the new members an opportunity of saying hi before we close. Allow me to give Vera. You can say hi if you are not afraid, and mute and say hi, and then you tell us how you are and where you are, and then welcome you to Essa Mentorship Group Official. You are highly welcome to Essa and feel free to be part of us. Vera, you can unmute and just say hi to us, please, if you can.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, you can just introduce yourself briefly, please, if you can.